brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet.
Hey, it must be Wednesday because that song is playing right there.
That's right.
Yeah. And we got, well, I was going to say the crew, but we have a crew here.
Yep.
There's one missing. Who have we got here?
Big upgrade today.
There's one B crew here.
No, upgraded crew.
It's the Z crew.
So I'm here. My name is Nathan.
I'm Jane.
I'm Shane.
Shane is here.
That's right.
So Bo is out and Shane is in today.
Come back, Shane.
Thanks.
Shane. See, they don't know what that means, do they?
That's how my name came about. My mom said she named me after that movie.
After the
Shane.
movie. Yeah. How about that?
What movie is this?
Shane. You've
Shane.
never watched it, I bet.
It's a Western.
Where the little boy is, Shane, come back, Shane. Yeah. It's a Western.
That's right.
Yeah. And we have the whole crew here, and you guys are ready to chat a little bit about, I'm assuming, about what happens at Vibrant Youth.
You got it. So, yeah, welcome to Vibrant U Live. Today we're going to be talking about smart home gadgets, smart home appliances. These days, you can get almost anything in your house to be quote-unquote smart, which usually just means connected to the internet. We'll go into more detail about that. So, you think about how the co-op got started, the Meeker Co-op, electric co-op, and that was about technology. It was about getting electricity to, the rural community here in the county, and that was 88 years ago now that Meeker Co-op was started. But that's kind of the backbone of the technology we have today. Obviously, most technology now needs an internet connection, which is where Vibrant comes in handy, and that's why the co-op launched Vibrant as well. So we're going to be talking about, TVs, washing machines, refrigerators, light bulbs, all kinds of stuff can be smart nowadays.
Yeah, you think about Meeker Co-op, that is a technology company. They brought technology to the rural people, and of course, with that technology, you had the electric washing machines and refrigerators and all that fun stuff, right? So, Jeff, do you watch Star Trek?
Oh, over the years I have. I'm more of an original Star Trek guy than the movies lately.
All right.
But, just more than that.
Yeah. And you remember back, in the start when they wanted some food or whatever, it just appeared, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They had a looked like a microwave, but the food would just kind of vanish into existence.
Right.
Well, we're not quite there yet with smart homes, but we're going to talk a little bit about what smart homes, what that means.
Okay.
So, anybody can make their homes smart. We aren't, like I say, they're not quite there, but I did watch a video the other day, and they are experimenting with 3D printing meat.
Oh my!
So it's not the plant-based stuff. This is meat.
It's actual meat where they take stem cells from animals, and then they have them reproduce in this liquid, and one liquid is a fat and one liquid is a muscle, and then it's a 3D printer that prints a steak.
That just sounds nummy.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, you're going to have your birthday cake. Let me whip it up here with this cell.
Reminds me of Back to the Future. I think it's the second one. They have this little disc, like a CD size. They put it in and it makes a full pizza. It kind of like expands it or whatever.
We're pioneering that right now, but in Star Trek, they've envisioned that technology of food just appearing, right?
I like what you did with that Pioneer, because that's, of course, your publication out there.
That's right.
Well, yeah. Well, see how I tied that in?
It's all, there's method to the madness.
Oh, sure.
It's not just random.
So Jane's going to explain a little bit about what makes a device smart.
Okay.
So basically, it's making it smart. You just need really good quality internet. And anything smart, it makes it smart. So I don't even know. Like the Roku. So I have a Roku. I think everybody here. Do you have a Roku, Jeff?
I have a Roku, and I believe the kids up in their bedroom have do I call it a Fire Stick?
Fire Stick, yeah.
Something.
Fire TV.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, making things smart is basically it's just connecting to the wireless internet in your home and then providing some opportunity to give you a better end result.
Yep.
Sure.
Basically.
Yep. It's not just TV. Smart products have come a
they're
long
everywhere.
way.
Oh, yeah.
Shane, I know you've been in the smart home universe for a while now.
Yeah,
Tell us about what kind of stuff you use.
I've been pretty excited about it, and it's kind of funny because my house is built in 1913, right? It's not smart at all, right, originally. But if I add a device, basically a Wi-Fi device that's got some electronics in it, I can connect it to my Wi-Fi service, and I can control things like light bulbs or my coffee maker or things like that, and then that makes it smart. So one of the things that I do in the morning is I've got a tea kettle, one of the electric tea kettles, but I don't have the smart version. I have the dumb version where it's just a switch, on-off switch, right? But I have a smart plug. and on that smart plug, I have it programmed to go on at 6:20 in the morning. I have it filled, and then the switch to the on position at night. And then by the time I get up out of bed, it's already boiled. I can do my pour over coffee, and I'm good to go, right?
Is because that's on a timer?
It's on a timer. So,
Okay.
so the plug-in turns on at that time, boils the water, and then I have it turn off, and then I have it turn on again and boil more water just before I go to work so I can have a nice tall cup of coffee at my desk. And then I have it turn off and then on when we're home. So, you know, I can adjust those time schedules, and that's what makes it a smart device.
Just don't let the power run out during the night.
Well, yeah, you definitely need power for sure.
Electricity
Nathan,
is key.
You've got some things too, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. Over the last few years, I've added more and more. So recently I got a bunch of smart light bulbs. You know, we have a few lamps on our main floor, and either they would be on 24 hours a day because we're just too lazy to go turn them off every night, or they'd be off at night when I'm walking downstairs and it's pitch black, and I'm like, oh, I got to go turn that lamp on. So I got I think 3 smart light bulbs. I put them all, hooked them up, connected to my internet, and then I can set them on schedules, timers. Currently, I have it just at sundown they turn on, at sunup they turn off.
I've got some kind of a similar situation. I think I've got 8 or 9 smart bulbs. And what's cool about those is you can change the brightness of them.
Oh,
so
right.
the dimmable.
Right, that's
but
what we
the other
got.
thing is
Yep.
you can change the color.
My kids love the color thing. I can just say.
Really? We're not
Reds,
that-
blues, greens,
that's-
yeah.
We're not that up to date yet, but we can you know, adjust the up and down. And then
Sure.
the beauty of that is there's one room that when it was built, it was kind of an add-on deal. It's a bathroom. Okay, if you're going to go into someone's bathroom, the thing you do is you look around the corner to see where the light switch is normally, right?
Yep.
This is on the outside.
Oh,
Sure.
So I'm thinking, I'm going to get rid of that switch out there and just put one of the internet ones.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Bulb up there.
yeah.
So,
Perfect.
should
I know.
work.
It's what's nice about the lights is they're LEDs, so they don't take a lot of electricity, and they're not that expensive either.
Yeah. No, and they last and last.
And you said, how long does this one last for you?
Well, I've had these in the home for 4 or 5 years or so. You know.
Yeah.
Still getting your money out of
Oh
it.
yeah,
That's
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
You also were talking about your hot water heater.
I got a hot water heater that is also connected to Wi-Fi. So
Okay.
on my phone, no matter where I'm at, I could just log in and check the element health. I could change the temperature of the water. I could adjust it from 110 or all the way up to 140 or 50, whatever they
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is, like, say I'm going to be gone for a week, I can have that turned down to like 90 and save all that electricity for keeping the water hot. And then before I come home, I can have it automatically raise the temperature 2-3 hours before we get home, and we're good to go.
So on an appliance like that, how do you set that up? Because it doesn't just have a plug-in on a hot water heater.
It's a smart hot water heater.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I bought it.
Because the one I
that
got
way.
from you guys was probably 10 years ago, that big gray round thing. But
And the co-op, I know they don't sell this model. I live in Litchfield, so
Right.
I just bought this myself when I had to replace it a couple of years ago.
Sure.
But you can still do some timer things, if you wanted to do some timer
Sure.
things. But if you have questions on that, I would call the co-op and speak to the energy services department, and then they can kind of guide you
Beautiful.
through that.
Wow.
Yeah, with some smart products, you either have to replace the whole thing, or sometimes you can add something to it, like TVs. I know, Jane, you mentioned, if you don't have a smart TV, you can add something to make it smart.
Right. And we talk about this all the time. And in fact, we do that class, Streaming of Streaming. So if you want your TV and you have an old big one that's super heavy, you can make it smart. You just buy a Roku or
Right.
a Fire Stick,
Yep.
and it's about $40-$50. You plug that in, and that device takes away from your remote. You have one remote at that point. You can turn your TV on and off. You can adjust the volume. Your channels are all right there. So you just have it's a one-stop shop
Yeah,
thing.
we hear people say, well, I don't have a smart TV. I probably can't do that.
Well, I mean, you
I'd
got to
find-
think of it as like your phone. Your phone can pull in Wi-Fi, right?
Correct.
I mean, you just have to have like that
Right.
plugged into your battery TV.
And Nathan, so Michelle and I were looking at, you have the same door opener,
Garage door
garage
opener.
opener
Oh,
as,
yeah.
as she does. And so she was showing me this, it's an Amazon app. Is that what it is?
It's like, so the one that I own, that our coworker Michelle owns as well, it's pretty nice. I didn't have to replace my whole garage door opener. It's just an attachment I can hook up to my garage door opener, so I can open it, close it remotely. Me and my wife, whenever we went out of town, she'd be that person that's like, hey, did we forget to close the garage door? And sometimes we'd turn back. So now we can just check it remotely. It's pretty nice. But there's a cool feature you can actually provide Amazon, kind of like a one-time key. So if an Amazon delivery person's coming to your house, they can actually open your garage, put something in there, and then close the garage. They don't use the code of your garage. You don't have to give them your actual code. It's a one-time thing. But it's pretty nice. I don't personally use it because I'm not super worried. I live outside of town. I'm not worried about people stealing my packages. But unfortunately, it does happen. Especially I hear people that get packages stolen. So it's a cool way to add some layer of protection and get it in the garage.
Right.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about, you've got a thermostat, like a smart thermostat.
Yep. So I think last year, maybe 2 years ago now, I added a couple Google. I have 2 thermostats in my house. And I replaced them with Google smart thermostats. And I can do all kinds of stuff. I can set them on timers, right from my phone, the Google app. I can have them turn off when we leave for the day, turn on when we come home. I can check my temperature remotely. If we go out of town, I can turn the air up or down, depending on who you talk to, because there's a debate on whether it's turning out air up or turning air down. And then I can, if we're coming home soon, I can adjust the temperature so it's ready when we get there. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do, and there's energy saving stuff built into it where it can automatically detect if people are gone and kind of regulate the temperature to save you some energy. There's just a whole lot of stuff you can do for sure.
Right. And we have cameras. We have them inside our house and outside of the house and in our garage, so I can look to see if the garage door's open at that point. And we like that. When the kids were younger, you'd always get that toilet papering and kind of things that they do. Well, we could find out who it was now and take care of business that way.
Yeah, we always just let them do it. There's the one that my daughter set up.
That's the same one I got. My Q.
So when I go up to her place, if she's not there, I can get her
garage door opener.
Right, yeah, just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great deal.
Yeah, I had an electrician or a plumber or some coming out to my house recently, and I said, I can't be there, but I can open the garage for you if you can get in and do the work, and that worked out pretty well. So I didn't have to leave work. I just opened the garage remotely when they called me when they're done, and I closed the garage behind them. So
right.
Yeah.
One of the most used items in my house that's smart devices are the Echo Dots.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
The Alexas, right?
Yep.
And we've got one on every floor and in the garage, and I'm constantly talking to it. So I have it play music. I'll ask it weather or just different questions. You got to be careful because it's tied to Amazon, so it will order things for you.
not careful.
Sounds
So,
like
yeah.
the voice of experience. there.
Be careful on that. But I mean, that's one of the devices that I probably use the most often as far as a smart device is concerned.
Yeah.
Same here. I love my smart speakers. With the kids, I'm always you can ask it to tell you a joke, or you can ask it to play an animal sound, or
there's
or play
games that
music.
the kids play on those.
Trivia. There's all kinds of cool stuff.
It's
you can
fun.
do.
I know my girlfriend. She has them in the kids' rooms, and so when she's ready to call them up for supper, she'll just say, "Hey Alexa," and off they go, and they all come
Use it
upstairs.
as like an intercom system.
Yep.
It's pretty nice.
It's
you
perfect.
can use it as white noise. If it's in your bedroom, you can say, "Hey Alexa, play white noise," and it plays white noise all night for you or whatever.
It'll play like music, play music for half an hour and then kind of fall asleep to that music, but it's not playing all night. Things like that.
You ever play a game called Wordle?
Always.
every day.
I don't, but these
Every
two
day?
guys.
Every day I
My
haven't played
sister
yet.
plays
Don't
it
spoil
on
it.
her Alexa. No, I won't
really?
tell you what
Her
today's
Alexa.
is. Yes, she's got a something, or at least it's one of those. I don't know which one it is.
Sure.
But
Interesting.
Anyway, and she'll just say the letters.
Interesting.
See,
I didn't know
I'm
it was
a
possible.
visual person, so that
Oh,
wouldn't.
that's the same here.
That wouldn't work for
But
me.
yeah, she
But it's all
she
good.
puts her little 5 letters in there, and then if that's not right, and she sees that, and she'll say, "Okay, so let's see what," and she'd put the next ones in. I mean,
That's cool.
I don't know.
I'll
Sitting
say-
there having her coffee and just looking at it.
Having a smart home doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be very, very inexpensive and very reasonable. And it ties all together with what Vibrant can bring, which is fiber internet to your home, and then allows you to not only control your home but control your cabin.
Absolutely. I was just going to talk about that. So Vibrant has some packages when you're if you're at a cabin or you go south for the winter. So it's called Cabin Connect, and basically it gives you enough juice. If you have smart devices, a smart home, and you want to keep an eye on cameras, your water heater, your
Thermostat.
Yep.
anything that goes. So if you guys do have our internet and you need to have you're not going to be there, just give us a call and then we can switch it to that Cabin Connect.
Yeah, I wish my in-laws lived on our lines for internet or electricity, because we just got them a thermostat for the cabin.
Yep.
And so that way they can, when they leave, when they're coming to the cabin, they can turn the air, down so it's cooler when they get there and stuff like that. But they don't have that option to do Cabin Connect. So when they're closing it for the winter, they'd like to monitor the temperature, stuff like that. So they gotta, pay for internet year round at their full rate with the provider that they have. Or Vibrant gives you that reduced rate and that Cabin Connect option. So it's a really cool option. So
I don't really have a whole lot of smart devices right now, but when our refrigerator goes, I know that we're going to end up getting that making it smart, so I can figure out, because I think yours.
I got a new fridge last year. I didn't mean to, but it was a smart refrigerator. I connected to my Wi-Fi, so I can. The nice thing is, if my filters need to be replaced, I get a notification on the app, and then I can order a filter right then and there. It makes it pretty seamless. It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
So yeah, smart home, like Shane mentioned, it can be as much or as little as you want. You don't have to overdo it. If there's just like, I wish that light would turn on at when it gets dark, or something simple like that. I wish my coffee was ready in the morning for me. I didn't have to get it started late. You can do as much or as little as you'd like to do. Mm-hmm. So, a couple events we'd like to highlight coming up. Vibrant's going to be part of the Litchfield Parade coming up in a couple weeks here.
You throwing out candy?
We will be giving away footballs and frisbees.
Oh, no kidding.
Shane's driving. I'm walking.
Yep, footballs and frisbees. They're always a big hit with the kids.
That always is about an 85-degree humid day. So are you ready, Jane?
I think I can count on my hand the amount of times I have not walked or participated in that parade.
Really?
And in fact, when I had a middle school person in marching band, and I had my other daughter in the high school band, I did it twice. And then in some situations,
well, you're in shape.
I know. So if like one of them would do hockey, and then they'd come back and do the. Oh. So yeah, I'm used to doing it twice.
How about that?
It's all good. I love it.
Yep. Check out the Vibrant car and the parade.
Yep. I think that's 2 Saturdays from now. I want to say maybe the 13th.
Right.
And then we have a Dreaming of Streaming class on July 17th, and that'll be at the Co-op here in Litchfield. So if you're interested in learning, hey, is streaming a better deal? Do I want to stream? Why would I want to stream? Come out. It's a free event, open to the public. It's an educational thing. We're not going to try to sell you stuff you don't want, but it's just a good way to learn.
Sure.
And then if you missed part of today's radio show, or you want to check some of our previous shows out, we put these on our Facebook and YouTube channel. You can just search Vibrant Broadband and listen live every Wednesday on KLFDs at 10:30. And if you have questions about smart home stuff, hey, I may be interested in that, or hey, I need internet to do some of this stuff, give us a call. We're local here in Litchfield, 693-3231, or visit our website, vibrantbroadband.com. Thank you, Woody, for having us.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you for listening out there. We love hearing feedback when people catch us on the radio. Tune in next Wednesday for another Vibrant U Live.
There we go. See you guys later.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.